All right, all right, all right, all right. Give me a second, because this ain't working out the way I thought it was gonna work out. So y'all please give me a second here, man, while I'm trying to set all this up, okay? Why did the dun dun dun. Okay, all right. Y'all give me a second, man. Give me a second. I'm experimenting here, all right? I am experimenting. What's going on, Stephen L? I'm using new software, man, so I'm having to fumble around, man, to try to figure all this shit out, man, and it's kicking my ass. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It's kicking my ass. So let me go ahead and move my icon here. All right. What's going on, man? What's going on, people, man? Y'all give me 1 second, man. I'm trying to sort this shit out, man. This is gonna be a pain in the ass, man. Doesn't give me the option to set it up, man. What's going on, people, man? Y'all hang on, man. My bad. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah, y'all give me a second, man. Hey, man, I'm over here trying to figure this out, man. Like, it ain't letting me do shit the way I want to, man, but hopefully here in a minute, man, I can have all this going good. What's going on, Los? Frontline, D-Man Jr., Jose Diaz, Ubuntu, my older brother E.O.T., Stephen L. the Mac. Just give me a minute, man. I'm trying to make sure. Trying to make sure I got all this right. Can y'all hear me pretty good, though? What's going on, Just Do? Oh, no, 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 no. What we doing here? Okay, okay. Okay. All right. So what we gonna do now is gonna wait, man. We gonna wait on my man here. That's it. So we were waiting here. Okay, so y'all can at least hear me, so that's a good thing, man. Oh, the chat is up in there. Okay, cool. I like this shit. All right. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna wait, man, on Malito Roman to come on in. Y'all forgive me, man, for the dead space right now, but I'm over here working on some new shit, and as soon as I'm done with this live, I'm definitely gonna investigate on how to set this up to where I don't have to go live immediately, man. It wouldn't let me preset it, man, like schedule it. Well, I ain't gonna say it didn't let me. I don't know how to schedule it. So with that being said, I had to just go ahead and hit the live button, man, ahead of time and stuff like that, man. But this is always brought to you by DV Tracksuits, CL Management. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC as well. I see Just Do Boxing in the building, man. Be on the lookout, though, man, because, you know, I'm trying to make it happen, man, to where Khalil will go to Just Do Boxing's platform next. As everybody knows, I'm not a stingy person or anything like that, man, because I'm on the mindset that the more places these boxers go, the better for their career, the more eyes on them. There may be questions I didn't think to ask that somebody else may ask, and vice versa, man. So being that the case, man, I always try to look out, man, and help others and shit when I can, man. Now I always do. I ain't gonna lie. I limit it to people that I think are deserving of it. I don't just throw that out there just to throw it out there, man. So we'll wait on him. But I kind of like this setup though, man. This is what used to be. Oh, that's fucking. It used to be that damn Melon app, man. But they merged over with Streamlabs, so I got the Streamlabs up going and stuff like that, man. And I don't know, man. Hopefully, shit. I hope my man shit. And let me see what my man is telling me, man. All right, man. So we'll wait. Hopefully, let me go ahead and see something, man. Oh, okay, okay. Malito Roman, can you hear me good?
Yes, sir.
All right, I didn't know you was back there, man. I was telling your dad I got a new setup, man, that I'm trying to
I see.
experiment with, and it's working good though. You can see me though.
I can't see you. I can see myself.
Okay, well we're both on the live stream, just so you know. We're both on
All
here.
right.
They can see us both. I'll work on that, man, for future. Man, hold on. Let me see if nah, man, we're not gonna start that like that. Let me go to my cam and see if I can share. Should be a way for me to share this, man, to where you can see me. I don't like this where you can't see me, man. It's not good, man. Come on, man. All right, well, it ain't gonna let me, but that's okay, man. So, man, talk to me, man. Malito Roman, man. Talk to me, man. I know it's been,
A
I
minute.
swear, yeah, man, look, I had an interview with you when you didn't even have a beard, you didn't have a
Nah, I didn't have
mustache.
nothing. I was a baby face. I was like 12.
You was 12 years old,
I think
man.
maybe like 13.
If that, because
Yeah.
you really young and stuff like that, man. So we're gonna start from the bottom, man. We're gonna start from the beginning, man. Tell us a little bit about you, man.
Malito Roman, Puerto Rican boxer out of New York. Uh, I'm coming. Look out for me. Remember my name. Let's get it going.
That's what's up, man. So listen, man. Tell us a little bit about your amateur career, man. What have you been doing, man, in your amateur career, man, since I met you all the way up till now, man? It's been a lot.
Yeah, definitely since you met me, it's been a lot. Uh, going to national tournaments, international tournaments, fighting as much as I can, getting that experience in sparring, training with as many pros as I can, studying, just making my game better, best as I can.
Yeah, man. And now, how old are you now, man?
17,
17 years old, man.
sir.
And being that you're 17, I have always had the inside information of all the good sparring work you have gotten,
Yeah.
man. But for the people who haven't, man, who have you had the pleasure to actually work with and spar with, man, in those gyms, man?
A lot of people around my age, I want to give a shout out to Salim Bay, to Ezekiel Suarez, to my guy Ramon, Jersey, Manny, Manuel Chan, and then pros, Richardson Hitchens, even Khalil Coe, he's a big guy, but I spar with. We got my big guy Ian over here, a heavyweight. Shout out to him. Working with Boots, anybody I can get work with. Like I'm here to learn.
And man, which one of them, man? I mean, I know they all have a different experience in them of itself because of course, they're different styles and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But if you was to pick the top three that gave you, I'm not gonna say the best word, but that helped you learn the most.
That pushed me the most. Yeah, I know what you. Without a doubt, Richardson Hitchens, definitely. I sparred with him so many times since I was like 13. First time I sparred him, I was 13 years old. Uh, him definitely. Um, Salim Bey, I just sparred with him definitely. Uh, I don't know, man. A top three, it's tough. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
It's tough, man. It's tough, man. They want to know what weight class, man. Are you
So
gonna be
right now I'm fighting. Recently I've been fighting 126. If I could get down the weight, we're gonna go down to 119.
okay? So when you turn pro, you looking for 118 or 122?
Probably 118, maybe lower.
118. Okay, man. I gotta ask you this, man, because okay, and a lot of people give me a lot of grief for it, right? But I'm
Hmm.
a super huge Richards and Hitchens fans, and some
Hmm.
people are not sold on him. I am. Is there's one thing you could say about Richards and Hitchens that maybe they do not know? What would it be, man?
He got hard, man. Like a lot of people don't know, but like he works his ass off. Like he's one fighter who I look at and I'm like, wow, because he really works. Like he works as hard as he can. He watches as much film as he can. He studies. He calls coaches. He calls my dad. Like he really wants to be great. Like he has that drive. A lot of fighters now don't have that drive. He has that drive.
Yeah, man. I think and I was, eh, the thing about it is I got criticized for it, but I always said that, and I'm not saying who wins the fight, just so everybody gets that, okay? I'm not saying who would win the fight, but I said the best fight at 140 would have probably be Matias against Hitchings. I think that's the most entertaining fight at 140, and people just lost their mind when I said it. But if you know, you know.
Without a doubt, bro. Like Subiel from Puerto Rico. So and we come tough. And Richardson is tough too. Like do not sleep on Richardson. I promise you. He's a super smart boxer. He's definitely one of the smartest boxers in boxing right now. You guys gonna judge me too for saying that, but he definitely is. I worked with him myself in the ring, sparred with him. I'm telling you, you got to look out.
Hey, you know what? I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised your dad didn't call me or text me or give me hell. But I know he probably gave you hell when Earl Spence lost to Terrence Crawford. Because remember back in the day, me and you
Back
said
in the day, listen. Back
Spence.
in the day, I said Spence was gonna win. I changed my mind. I had Crawford in that fight when it happened.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised he didn't give me hell because I never changed my mind in that, man. I know you remember because we was both on together, man, and he just, man, y'all two are crazy, and I
Yeah, I
guess
know.
your pops is always right, man. Coach ER, that's what I meant. I can't call him anything else other than Coach ER, man. Uh, because everybody trains, they send their opponents to the ER.
Yes, sir.
Can you talk a little bit about your pops, man, and the influence he has in
Pop,
that gym?
I'm calling him
Hey,
over
bring
here.
bring pops over here, man.
Yo,
Yo,
Coach
what's going
ER.
on?
What's going on, Coach ER?
Everything good, man. How you guys doing?
Hey, we doing good, man. I can't figure out a way for y'all to see me, but trust me, they can. The
Okay.
live stream can see us both.
Okay, cool.
All right, but this Coach ER, man, I want you to talk a little bit about that Coach ER nickname you got,
Yes.
man.
So, apparently, it came from my initials, being Eric Roman, so it's ER, but the guys in the gym started saying like, "Yo, your fighters, man, they keep sending people to the hospital, man. They keep sending them to the ER, man. Start calling me Coach ER, they kind of stuck, you know. But I like to flip it too. Like I wordplay with it, and I say, if you got a fighter who ain't doing too good, bring him to the ER too. Bring him to the emergency room. I'll fix him up. So
Yes, indeed. Yes,
you know what I mean.
indeed,
You could
man.
take it either way.
And I know, hey, just so you know, Eric, I know you probably got a little echo over there. We don't hear it over here, but I know you
Okay.
have one.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
it's
fine.
it's not a problem, man. Usually
I like
people
hearing
get
my
the.
voice.
It's all right, man. What it is if you had headphones on, you wouldn't hear no doubles. But the
Okay.
stream is not hearing that double. Just so you know.
Okay.
So we're
Yeah.
good to go on that end, man. Listen, man, talk to me a little bit about your son. I mean, I know damn near everything about him, but
Yeah.
you know, talk to us a little bit about when I first met him at 12 or 13 till now, man. Like,
Yeah.
how
He
has
was
that progress
12.
been?
He was 12. Let me sit here real quick. Just sit right there. Yeah, he was 12 years old. Um, and he was on a rapid rise, I would say back then, because he was around so many big name fighters in the gym, and he got to see so much from a young age. And I taught him well, so I was able to throw him in the fire early. And so we got a lot of work with all these like great young kids coming up from all over the place. We weren't afraid to like travel and go into like those guys' backyard and give him some work. So he grew confidence like very quickly at a young age, and it helped because as he got older, boxing just became second nature to him. And he's still a baby. He's still learning. We still have a long way to go, but the road is looking bright. I mean,
And when do you think we can expect him to be a pro?
the next year is gonna be like very important. We're gonna get into a few tournaments, and see where he stands after. You know what I mean? There's a couple international tournaments that he has to go to for Team Puerto Rico. So I don't know if he told you that, but now he's fighting for them.
Okay.
So, um, we'll see where it goes. After the year, he'll be 18 years old, and I'm not trying to rush anything. There's no rush. If he starts winning all these tournaments internationally, the 2028 Olympics still there. He'll be 20, 21 years old by the time that Olympics comes around, and those are in Los Angeles. So it'll be cool for him to be out here in Hollywood, representing La Isla. You know what I'm saying? And put on for the whole country. You know.
Yes, indeed, man. Hey, man, if anybody's guilty, Malito is me. I was trying to rush you, dog. I was like, yo, pops, man, you
Yeah.
should take him. You should take him to Mexico.
Yeah.
Start fighting him at 16, and get a little bit of work.
Yo,
Malito,
it
man.
would be cool too. Like kind of real shit. It would be cool. And I cannot wait for my son to be pro, but I do not want to rush him. I don't want to make that mistake like a lot of people have done in the modern day. Like a lot of these kids have turned pro at 17, 16, 17, and it hasn't panned out for them. You know what I'm saying? There's only a couple guys that have actually made some noise, that turned pro young. So I just want to be sure, and I know why people want to see him pro is because he has such a pro style, and sometimes that holds him back in the amateurs. But I mean, like I said, when he's 18, we'll see where he stands at that point.
Malito, how do you feel about those plans, man? How do you feel about the plans about how long you're gonna stay amateur and uh, when you plan on turning pro? I'm pretty sure you're in agreement with your dad, but what's your thoughts on it, though?
Yeah, of course. I know I'm in good hands. Like, I know the blueprint is right. I know at the end of the day, no matter what move we make, it's gonna be the right move. And I'm gonna turn pro whenever I'm ready.
And man, for those that haven't seen you, and of course, you've been fighting amateurs all this time, man. Describe to them the style you bring to the ring, bro.
I'm always bad at describing my own style. What would you say my style is?
I mean, he could do a little bit of everything. I taught him many styles so that he'd be able to adjust. And it depends on who he fights. To be honest, if he has to bring it, he'll bring it. If he has to box, he can box. Defensively, he's very sound. That's the first thing I taught him was footwork and defense. And so, he's been able to master that at a young age. And so, I think so, there's times where he boxes. This is what he's learning. See, still, sometimes he boxes when he doesn't have to, when he can just come forward and stop somebody. So that's why I say, like, yeah, he could turn pro right now. He could be undefeated and do all those things, but I rather him be ready mentally where I don't even have to tell him, where he knows at any given time, oh, let me adjust to this, or let me do this, or let me get this guy out of here. That's when I know he's gonna be ready. And he's not too far off from that. But he can do it all. He's a boxer puncher. He has a little pop. He stopped some guys before. He's knocked guys out cold in the gym. Um, So, you know, but he could do it all.
And the crowd wants to know if he's southpaw or orthodox.
Well, he's Orthodox, but we've been working on the switch now. So he's been studying a lot of Bud Crawford, um, and Marvin Hagler, and so just and Khalil, Khalil Coe is a switch hitter, so he gets to see it firsthand. And so we started working on lefty how long ago?
Maybe like a year ago.
I mean, like a year and a half ago, I would say. And he's getting it down. He hasn't really done it in a fight yet, but um, soon enough, we'll be able to see that side of him.
Man, there's one thing I love, and I know that I've been to a bunch of gyms and all that, and I get it that all coaches and trainers, they like to teach defense first and the jab because the jab starts everything. But there's something about the way you teach your jab that's a little bit different than where I see at these other gyms, man. And I want you to talk about that.
Yeah, so I studied a lot of Larry Holmes. You know, I have my guys do drills on the heavy bag to learn to whip it. Pause. Wait. Um,
No Diddy, no
yeah,
Diddy.
yeah, facts. Um, no, but if you've seen my fighters, my fighters in the past, all the fighters I've had, from Edgar Berlanga, to the kid Harley Maderos, they all had great jabs. Khalil got a great jab. And Malito has a great jab. So, I don't know. It's just something that I was taught from my coach, back in the day, Coach Dave Clark, who passed away a few years ago. God rest his soul, but he was a all jab coach, and he said, son, he used to say, you're never gonna make it in this sport without a jab, but a great jab. And so I've been able to teach, and put that in all my fighters' heads. The jab is the key.
Apollo XP says Coach ER teaches the best jab in the game. And I agree with you on that, Apollo XP.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's a snapping jab, but I also know that you teach the changing the pace of the jab, speed of
Correct.
the jab.
Correct.
Uh,
Yeah. I don't want to give out too much of my
so,
code words, but
yeah,
we
no.
do change the pace. We do change the rhythm of the jab. We put things behind each different jab, to mask the jab. Um, and so, like, I use it as a decoy at times. So it depends. Like I said, it depends on who we're fighting, and what the game plan is. But the jab pretty much is, the key behind everything.
And this is why I believe your son is going to be successful because you've had him. Where's your son? You've been teaching him that jab since he's a baby.
Since diapers, yeah. Yeah.
So I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to be successful, man. And I told you, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, I'm like, bro, I hope he wins the title before I die because I'm an old man, bro. Like, I ain't
Ain't that
asking
old?
for a lot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asking for a lot,
Uh-uh.
Malito.
I got you, bro. Listen,
Yeah.
2 years, you're gonna see.
Yeah, man. That's
There
all
we
I'm
go.
asking, man. Hey, Coach ER, though, man, I gotta ask you this. I know this has nothing to do with your son, man, but what is one misconception? And being that you're super experienced with this individual, what is the misconception they got about Edgar Berlanga? Because a lot of people don't believe in him.
I think that the misconception is that he's not like that, right? Like, what I mean by that is that, like, all these fights are gritty and they're tough, and they, when it comes down to, like, really fighting and getting in the grind, like, he's gonna fold, and that's not true. You know, uh, we've been in fights where I showed true heart, and where he had to really sit down on his punches and grind in there with guys. And people really haven't seen that side of him because, obviously, the whole 16 first round knockout, we weren't able to see anything really that he could do. And then he got lost in that, like, sometimes you believe your own hype and you start trying to knock everybody out the first round. And so he had to go back to the drawing board. And then he went through, too many coaches. He started switching coaches, then he really got lost. So what we're seeing now is like him get back to the coach that he started the pro knockout streak with, Mark Ferret.
Down here in
And
Tampa.
yeah, correct. Shout out to Mark, that's my boy. And
By
he's
the
doing a
way, he
great job with that girl. You
yeah. By
know,
the way, he coaches Dominique Valle as well, the same coach.
yeah, correct. Yeah, the
You
brothers,
know,
right.
the brothers. Yep. Shout out
hmm
to Marquez and
Shout out to
Dominique
that
Valle,
whole pro
man.
box camp over there. They're doing
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
I
yeah. So they had to get him back to the jab. They had to get him back to
uh-oh, fell out.
sitting on.
There you go. There you go. You back.
I'm
You
sorry,
back.
I lost you. Yeah, sitting on his punches. They had to bring him back to you know the basics. And that's what Mark did. And you saw in his last fight, where he ended up. Now he got a knockout back now. Um, and he looked a lot better. So hopefully, whatever is in his future, he can continue to prove to the fight fans that he really is like that.
Yeah, man. I try to tell people, man, this is a individual who started out as a boxer, man. He wasn't even a
hmm Yeah, when he was with me, he was a pure boxer.
speaking of which,
hmm
speak of that, man, because you had him when he was young. I mean, people may not know
hmm
that.
Yeah, he was a young kid, uh, real charismatic. You know, as you can see, he's still like
I don't know what's going on,
um.
man.
We on the phone, so you know.
It's all good. You're back though. You were back. I wonder how I can
Oh,
avoid.
my fault, man. You guys there?
Yeah, we here. We here.
Yeah, my apologies, bro. My wife's calling his phone.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. I get it. I
She's
get it.
bugging. hmm Love you,
So,
baby.
so.
I'm on an interview. Uh, but anyways, so yeah, so when I had him, he was a young charismatic kid, and and as you can see, he's still super charismatic. He's kind of a clown, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't know that about him, but they're starting to see that, and some people think it's corny, other people love it, like, but he's just really being himself. You know what I mean? He's really just a funny kid, um, that can fight, And when I had him, he was um real confident, like he had big dreams, like we talk about everything that is happening to him now. We spoke about, we brought that into fruition. I told him he would be a millionaire one day. He is now. I told him that he was going to be a star in the sport, big name in the sport where everybody talked about him. He is now. Whether it's good or bad, they're talking about him. So he's getting that publicity, that we spoke about. So we I knew it was gonna happen. I knew how it was gonna play out. And I'm proud of him, man. Proud of where he's, what he's accomplished, and I hope to see him, get the big fight with Canelo. I really hope he gets it, and he'll be able to show out.
Yeah, yes indeed, man. Malito, where's he at? Where's Malito
He's
go?
right here. I'm gonna bring him on because I'm gonna talk to my wife real quick. I'll be back.
Okay, all right.
What up, my man?
What up, man? What up, man? I put you on the bigger side of the screen now so they can see you. They don't need to see me. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to see me, man. I put you in the center of the stream now, man. So just kind of have a little fun, man. What's your go-to music, man, when you're training, man, when you're running or something like
Go to
that, man?
and listen. I'm glad you asked because you just had Khalil on, and Khalil hates whenever I play rocky music. Whenever I play old music, I play like Journey. I'll play like Phil Collins, Billy Joel. I'll play all that stuff, and he'll start hating on me. But I also play my Spanish music. Whenever I play the Spanish music, they'll say, whenever I play classic old, they start hating. So know that I got good music.
Oh damn! Shit, ain't no old school rap or nothing in there.
Nah, of course. What? Of course. I mean, I have Biggie on. Of course, I'm from Brooklyn. Gotta have Biggie. A little bit of Tupac here and there. I got Nas in there. I got Jay. I got a lot of rappers right now. My favorite rapper right now, probably 21 Savage.
Okay, okay. What about some salsa, man? You got any salsa in the mix?
We
Any?
got Hector Lavoe. That's
Hey.
my guy right there. Colon. Uh, Artist right now. A little bit of Brian Myers there. That reggaeton. A little bit of that.
Yeah, I love Hector Lavoe, man. This was an individual that, well, for those who didn't know, he had a tough life, you know. Even though he was famous and all that, he had a tough life, man. And man, let me tell you, man, that man, when he used to throw a concert, bro, it was a thing of beauty, bro. And he'd always, quote unquote, come late. But when he hit the stage and everybody out there, he'd be like, yeah, man, I'm not late. Y'all motherfuckers came too early. You know? That's the kind of time he was on, man. And I remember one time, the power went out. And he still kept singing, bro. He still kept singing, because his voice was natural. He didn't need none of that electronics to modify his voice or nothing, so it didn't skip a beat, man. So that's just a little nugget about Hector Lavoe, man. Man, he raced in peace and shit like that, man. But yeah, and damn, man, he listens to Phil Collins.
What? And this guy put me on. I'm not gonna lie. Put me on when I
Phil
was a
Collins?
kid. I got Philly. My
I like.
favorite artist of all time is Billy Joel.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Well, do I know any of that music? I know who they are.
Gotta-
I
I'm
don't think
putting
I've
you
heard
on.
their music.
Come on, listen. Take this down. Listen to Billy Joel. Gonna change your life.
Okay. And hey, man, listen, Eric Roman, the floor is gonna be yours right now because I'm a man. I stand on my square, right? And I remember we was doing a live one day, man. I told you, man, Spence is gonna beat Crawford, man. He was like, "You crazy?
Yeah,
You crazy?"
I remember that.
So,
I should have called you and destroyed you for that, Paul.
shit,
But
hey, have
I
at
let
it.
you rock because I know you probably was, you lost a little money that day. Probably, you probably
A
was
lot.
crying a little bit. But
I lost a lot of
I
money.
told you so, didn't I?
Yeah, I lost a lot of money actually, man. It wasn't
There
a
you
little,
go.
bro, but
I can imagine. I won a lot of money, and when I knew he really had him. Well, we were just talking about this in the dressing room when Bud was listening to the Last Dragon theme from the movie, The Last Dragon. And boy, I said, "Oh, it's over now." He feeling like Bruce Leroy in this motherfucker.
man,
Wrap
I
it
tell
up.
you, man, I'm just so proud. I'm surprised that Eric never called me or texted me when that fight was over. Cause bro, he'll call me for everything else.
Yeah, but I didn't want to listen, man. I knew you was heartbroken. There was a lot of heartbroken, Errol Spence fans that night, and I like Spence too. So I felt like, damn, that was crazy.
Nah,
Did him dirty.
I was definitely heartbroken. 'Cause remember, I was a fan before too. I was on your side. I was definitely a little
But
heartbroken too.
Facts.
shout out to Stephen L. the Mag in the super chat. He said, "What about Victor Manuel?"
Oh, Victor Manuel.
Yeah.
You like him? You don't like him? You don't like his music?
Yeah.
A little bit.
But listen though,
My mom is more Victor Manuel. Like I don't know.
but listen, man, and this Malito, you on my Instagram. We both follow each other, so you can actually go down my timeline on my Instagram and verify what I'm about to tell you. Okay, it didn't hurt me as bad when Spence lost, and I'm gonna tell you why, Eric. Because guess who I have number one on my personal pound for pound list as number one?
Is it
For
Bud
the
Crawford?
Super chat received.
No. You
Is
might
it-
want to keep guessing.
Is it Alexander Usyk?
It is Jerron motherfucking
Oh.
Boots Ennis.
Oh.
And I've had him on there. I've had him on there for the last 2 years. Eric, the list that I put up is about 2.5 years old. It is actually still posted on my Instagram.
Oh wow.
Okay? So this ain't cap, this ain't no bullshit. The man is just it for me, okay? But let me
Oh,
give you an explanation, though, Eric. Let me give
yeah.
Coach ER. Let me explain it to
Uh-huh.
you. I don't
Okay.
use the criteria everybody else uses. I go by the old school way. I'm not looking at resume. I'm not looking at credentials and all of that other shit or titles. I am purely base my list. Uh, if Boots was fighting this guy, they were the same weight. This skill set versus this skill set.
I
Who
got
do I
you.
think
I,
comes
I,
out
I
on
like I,
top?
I like that. The for me when I do the pound for pound list, I do add credentials to it, but I understand when people do the straight skill for skill. Um, and I wouldn't argue with you if you think Boots beats Bud. I'm riding with Boots in that fight too because he is like Bozy, his dad is like my brother, and so we do go to their gym often and like work with them. So we see Boots firsthand. I think he's the best talent in all of boxing. I think he's the best talent we've seen since like Roy Jones, James Toney era. You know, um, we haven't seen somebody like him in years. Doing the things he does in the ring. You know, um, so I'm not arguing with you, shit.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think once Bud retires, absolutely, Boots is gonna take over the sport.
I just figured I'd explain to you how I came up with my list before, people went crazy. It wasn't about, your resume or anything like that. It was just solely based on skills, man. And Boots, if you hear this
Yeah,
clip, you've been number one for the last 2.5 years on my list, goddammit.
yeah.
When
Good.
nobody even looked at you, okay? I've had you number one way back when.
Nice.
Let me
And
ask you
I'm
a
gonna
question.
and I'm gonna tag you on it, Eric, so you can look at it on my timeline.
Okay.
It's old.
Okay.
Listen,
Go
let me
ahead.
ask you a question, John. Your top three, your top five, actually all time. Where do you put Terrence Crawford in your all-time greatest?
In my
Good question.
all-time greatest,
Is he in your top 10?
he's in the top 10. I wouldn't say top three though.
Top five?
Possible.
Me personally, if Terrence Crawford gets undisputed at 154, or if he beats Canelo, I think he's the greatest fighter of all time.
If he beats Canelo, he'll be doing me a favor.
That's a
I,
that's a that's a big statement.
The hot take.
Okay.
he'll be doing me a favor, man. Look, Eddie, I ain't gonna make no lie about it, man. Canelo's a great fighter and all that. I just don't like the dude.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just don't like him, man. At least
Do-
I'm
do-
honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat.
no,
I just
yeah.
don't like the motherfucker,
Absolutely.
man.
But you give his credit. He's a great fighter. You know. Is he the greatest Mexican of all time? No.
No.
No. Is he even top five? No. I don't think so. I think he's right around there. Maybe 5, 6.
I just
But
think what bothered me a lot about him was the fights that he could have made that he didn't make along the way, moving up in weight. It just bothered me. That's all.
okay.
I understand it's a business. I understand you out there to make money. I know because I'm in the business myself. I
Right.
get that part, man. But at some point, you gotta give the fans something that they want. At some
But you
point,
don't
you
think
gotta do
like
that.
me the way I look at it like this, right? The man in his era, right? When he fought Floyd, he was too young.
I
That's the guy
disagree.
before his era.
I
The man
disagree.
in his era was Triple G, and he fought him 3 times, and he gave us great fights. And I think those fights took a lot out of him, right? And he's still here, giving us, you know, trying to give us some fights that we want to see. The Munguia fight was a fun fight. We all knew he was gonna win. Um, but to tell him to fight Benavidez, right, is like sure it would be an amazing fight, an amazing event. It, to me, it's hard for me to call that fight because I don't know how much Canelo has left in the tank. I would lean towards Benavidez, but you know, wh- I think he gave us what we needed already in the sport. Benavidez is the next guy. Benavidez is the guy that's gonna annihilate the rest of the guys coming behind him, or at least try to. If he stays at 175, he's in trouble because Khalil Co's gonna knock his ass out.
What did you think
But
about the Triple G and Canelo the first fight? Because I had Triple G winning the first one.
yeah, he did.
The second two, I give it to Canelo.
Yeah, I'm the same. Same
But that
exact.
first one, the
Yeah,
Lara
nah.
fight,
Triple G beat him.
I had a question about that fight as well.
Yeah,
But
but what I said was for the Lara fight was like that. You know that old Cuban style of them running around the ring and stuff. Like it's just not gonna. It's not gonna. Look at what it did to Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux was one of the greatest talents we ever seen, and that style destroyed his career. You
I'm
know,
not gonna let
he
you
didn't.
slide like that, Eric. I ain't gonna let you slide like that. Talking about he was too green when he fought Mayweather. I can't let you slide with that, bro. He was a champion. He had over 40 fights. Nah, bro. No.
But he
I
wasn't. But he wasn't
remember.
on Floyd's level mentally. You
Yeah,
know,
but
like
listen
that.
though, man. I remember because, of course, you know I'm an old motherfucker. But listen, bro. When that fight first got made, everybody thought Floyd was crazy. Floyd gonna get killed. Floyd gonna get hurt. Oh man,
Yeah.
Canelo gonna destroy him. Man, Canelo gonna
Yeah.
step all over him. And then the
Right.
minute Mayweather won, he was too green, and I didn't like that. I'm
So, all
like,
right. So here's the question now, right? So where do you rank Floyd Mayweather on your altar?
he's definitely top five.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put him over Ali. Not gonna do that.
Okay. Okay. You
Definitely
say
not gonna
Ali
do
number
that.
one for you?
For me, yes, because he
Okay.
stood for more than just boxing.
Right. But you said the way you do it is skill for skill.
It's true.
Skill
So
for
forget all
skill.
the outside.
It's hard to match up a heavyweight and somebody like that. But you gotta understand, Ali fought like a middleweight, so
Yeah.
I would still pick Ali. I think I would.
Okay.
So in
Now hold on. That
your
depends
opinion
on what
about
May. Wait a minute. What Mayweather we talking about? Money May or Pretty Boy?
Now we talking about the best. Whenever I say it, it's a prime fighter. So it
Cause
would have to be Pretty Boy, you know.
damn, that'd be a toss up, Brian. Can I say 50-50 on that? Cause that would
Yeah.
to me it'd be 50-50.
Yeah.
Cause
So,
Pretty Boy
but
wasn't no
you
joke.
but you think highly of Floyd Mayweather. That's the
I
point,
do. I do. I do.
right? And
I
so
do.
do I. I think he's top three all time. You know, I recently like changed my all list. Like the more I study Floyd, the more I see great things that he does. That it's like, oh man, like I think you're gonna disagree, but I think Floyd versus Bud would have been an all time great fight.
I'm not gonna disagree. I thought that'd be an
Yeah.
excellent fight. I think that'd
Okay.
be an excellent. The closest thing we're gonna get to that is Boots versus Crawford. If that's never gonna happen, but that's the
Right.
closest thing to it.
I'll be right back. Hold
Yep. So what do you think though, man? What?
listen, I think skill wise, all time, I think there really has a better fighter than Floyd in terms of skill and mindset and everything put into one fighter. I don't think there's anybody that's been as great as Floyd. The closest thing is going to be Duran Ennis.
So you think that prime for prime he would have beat Ali?
In terms of just skill, yes, I think Floyd would be him. But that's different just because uh, skill wise, like to be a little guy. Little guys are usually quicker. They're usually more agile. So you can't really put those two up together. I would say out of all the heavyweights of all time, skill wise, Muhammad Ali has to be the most skilled heavyweight of all time.
Okay.
I can't think
But
of a heavyweight that was as skilled as him.
well, that's why I mentioned that he fought like a middleweight because he could move around and jab and all that. Like he had it. So it's
Yeah,
like he wasn't like a normal heavyweight. So
yeah,
now, had it been a different heavyweight, I'd be like, damn, that's different, man. Like if you had somebody like, I don't know, man. Let's pick a Larry Holmes, man. I think Mayweather beats Larry Holmes if they was in the same weight class. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Because he didn't move like Muhammad Ali, but Muhammad
yeah,
Ali actually could box, man, and move around. And even though Larry Holmes had a great jab, I get it,
yeah.
but it was just he'd have been a step slower than Mayweather, I guess is what I'm saying.
Who's that?
Whereas Larry Holmes, he would have
Oh
been way
yeah.
too slow. Yeah, he'd have been way too slow, man. But man, I mean, no, we don't disagree badly. I think we're like 60-40 type of thing, you know,
Mm.
55-45. I don't think we're too
Okay.
far off on that, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, I feel Jerron beats them all, bro. That's just been my thing for the last 2.5 years. I believe Jerron wipes all these motherfuckers out.
Yeah. He will. I told him the other day, I said, because he was mad about not getting the Bud fight. And I just said, yo, like, it's your time. Don't even worry about that. Just wipe out the prep. Wipe out everybody at welterweight and then move up to 54 and wipe out everybody. And that's it. They're gonna all have to come see you eventually, you know? So
Yes,
he knew. He
indeed,
was like,
man.
nah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Wait a minute,
So
man. You are y'all over there? Where y'all at right now, man? I know y'all out in the middle of nowhere, right?
yeah, we are like in South New Jersey, like 45 minutes outside of Philly. So we go over there for sparring and stuff like that.
Okay, okay.
You know,
And
he started camp over there. I sent him to Boise. So he did like
okay, yeah.
2 weeks, 3 weeks with Boise. I just left him
Malito,
over.
man.
I was in New York.
Malito, tell us a little bit about that layoff you had, man. I know you took a break. Talk to
Mhm.
us a little bit about that break and how you felt about it and how you feel after the break.
Well, every fighter, especially at your age, yes, it's good to stay consistent and to keep going, but you don't want to get burnt out. So I took a little layoff from my life a little bit for a few months, and every fighter on the planet will say like, if you take a week off, you already feel it. Like you have to stay on top of it. So at first, when I went back to Boise, I was getting back in the groove of it, getting my footwork back, and
Timing.
timing back, all of that. And it's all come. It's, at the end of the day, boxing is like second nature when if you're really a fighter. So
Okay, okay, man. Man, well,
Hmm.
man, Coach ER and Malito, y'all have anything else for us, man?
go check out the new website,
Oh,
MalitoRoman.com,
oh,
Nope.
wait.
MalitoGang.com.
MalitoGang.com.
Yeah,
So,
talk about that clothing, man. I'm glad you mentioned that. Go ahead and talk about that, man.
We got some fire merch, we got some cool shirts, some hats, some stickers,
yeah,
anything you want,
sweaters.
sweaters. Got some cool stuff on there.
Yeah,
Go.
if you are a fan of my son, if you've been following Malito since he was a kid, you know, and going into his the end of his amateur career now, start pro career in a year or two, you want to go on MalitoGang.com, get your merch, support him. You know, um, he did it on his own. He's been fighting, doing all this, putting in the hard work. He's representing the island of Puerto Rico. He's fighting for them now. Hopefully, if he gets on the Olympic team, if we stay with it in the amateur, he could get a medal. There's never been an Olympic gold medalist for the island, which is crazy, right? Because of all the great fighters that we. But it would be cool for him to represent and be the first one to do that. So if you're a fan of that, fan of him, go support and go get some merch and show off to the people and show the brand off.
You know what I did? That's why I was looking down. I went to the website. I put it in the chat. I pinned it on the top.
My man.
So the pinned website is up there. Get all the Malito gang
Yeah,
merchandise you can. Support this young man on his journey, man.
right. You
Listen,
support
man.
Malito, you are Malito gang. Remember that.
Hey, my older brother just said his logo is dope. Yes, indeed, man. So everybody
Yeah.
click on that link, man. Click on that link.
Yeah.
Let them know why they got time. So I want to let them simmer there so they can have a chance to get to that link.
Hmm.
Let them know where they can follow you on social media as well.
Follow me, Malito Roman on Instagram, all my social media, Malito Roman.
Yeah, Twitter, all that.
Coach ER, I know you got an Instagram too, so let them know where they can
Yes,
follow
sir.
the
Mine
best
is
coach in the
Eric
world.
_Roman_SR Senior. Or just when you search, just type in Coach ER and I should pop up.
Yes, indeed, man. I remember 5 years ago fighting with somebody in my comment section. You remember that shit, man? Hey
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
hey man, his father, man, he shouldn't be training him.
They do a lot of this, not enough of this. You know?
And look at the success you're having though.
Yeah,
Look at the
that's
people
right.
that you are involved with right now.
That's right. Yeah.
So
But you know,
how,
there's always gonna be naysayers, you know, and everything you do in life. And that's part of, you know, the journey. That's part of success. You know, you use that to fuel you, and you can't go wrong as long as you do the right thing every day. You know, I praise that to my son, to all my fighters, and you know, like people are gonna know one day that when you do the right thing and you keep going towards that right path, you know, and you stay towards the righteous path, you're gonna win. You know, and when they're saying your name in the winner's circle, man, everybody's gonna be like, damn, how did that happen? Well, it happened because we stayed the course. That's why. You know,
you know what I
consistency
need to
when
do? I need to find a way, man, down the road, man, to send my girl down there to spend some time in your gym. You know what I'm
okay.
saying, man? LaShawn Cornick, everybody knows who she is. She's a,
Mhm.
I'm her, that's the fighter that I'm gonna be managing as a pro.
Okay.
Whenever she does turn pro. By the way, she just fought last Saturday. She beat an undefeated
Nice.
Golden Gloves girl, man, and took the title. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? I've been
That's
trying to
what's
tell
up.
everybody about her, man, but they sleeping. They sleeping,
Okay.
Eric, man. Look,
Okay.
she
Well, let them sleep. Let them sleep. But tell her you just listen, do the job, do her job every day, and stay the course. And let them
yes
sleep.
indeed.
Soon
Yes
enough, they're gonna
indeed,
wake up.
man. But I'm definitely gonna want to make a trip down there with her, man, for at least good little training camp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Make
Hmm.
that way we can get something a little variety. We getting variety over here, but we want to get a little more different
Right.
flavor. I got to get that Coach jab on her, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, it fell out. It fell out. I think the phone might have died. Their phone might have died this time. The phone might have died. It's all good, man. If they make it back, they make it back. If not, man, y'all already know, man. We just had fun, man. I had Eric Malito Roman on, and I had his father as well, which is Eric Roman Sr., better known as Coach ER. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. The link is pinned up there, man, for the merchandise, man. Please go support Malito Gang, man. It's for a good cause, man, and he's a future. He's the future, man. So just bring here in summer. These winters don't play. Yeah, I gotta bring her in the summer for sure, man. No problem, man. But hey, everybody, thank you for tuning in, man. I'm always appreciative, man, of everybody that always tunes in. Hopefully y'all smash the like button. If you haven't smashed the like button, please smash the like button, man. Show some love to the channel, man. And this is always brought to you, man, by CL Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LD.